Hi guys, it's Fallon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I actually had nothing recorded because I didn't set up my tripod this week at all, but Elvin came in clutch and was recording some of my rolls. So even having an injury and being on the sidelines, he is still finding ways to help me out. So shout out to Elvin for being the one that recorded these videos. So today I will be showing you guys a roll I had with one of my brother's white belts. His name is Logan. I believe he has 3 stripes. I'm gonna have to zoom in on the video to see. It might be 4. I can't really remember. I don't know how much he weighs. I didn't ask. He is a little bit taller than me, so probably 5'10". I'm assuming around 170 pounds. But regardless, he was a great roll. So let's go ahead and get started. So right away, I have a deep collar grip, and I was looking to do a collar drag takedown, but he dropped his weight too quickly, so I had to go into a single X and following him with a roll while attacking for a straight ankle lock. I'm not too happy with how my right leg was just hanging there instead of pushing on the inside of the knee to create more of a distance between his body and the ankle I am attacking, which will create more pressure on that straight ankle lock, and I would have got the tap a lot quicker. So here Logan actually got a very good knee slice on me. He dropped his weight at the perfect angle where I wasn't able to invert and get my inverted de la Riva. So now I'm just playing kind of an upside down guard, I guess. This is basically last resort option. I don't like being here necessarily because it's very uncomfortable, especially if people know how to pass from here correctly. It's just very harsh on the back, so I rotated into a triangle as quickly as possible so I wouldn't have too much pressure on my neck. So as you see, I am grabbing my shin, hip escaping out to lock that triangle tighter, pulling that arm across the entirety of my body, pulling his head down and pushing my hips up to maintain all points of pressure. And now we're restarting. I'm playing guard. He's trying to pass my guard. As you see, I am grabbing a hold of the belt just because I've been playing with some type of worm guard, just trying to get de la Riva and really strap the person down so they can't move too much, but I haven't been having too much luck with it. So I just go into my regular inverted de la Riva and just stand up with it to get a pass. I just did a quick speed pass there. And now you'll see that I am attacking that far side arm. You guys know I love that spinning armbar attack. However, I've been trying to break it up into steps, and I step over and try to see if I can get a Kimura first. And then if that fails, I will continue with the armbar. So you see I step over into north-south and I get a Kimura grip. And I didn't have it, so I just kept rotating all the way through into that armbar attack. So here I am just pummeling my hands underneath his arm, trying to break the grip that he has on his lapel. So I am leaning 90-degree angle to his head to really apply pressure on his bicep and wrist. And I am extending my legs out while keeping my knees tight and pressured together so he can't sit up like he's trying to. So I have to throw that leg back over, keep leaning to the side, just working on constant pressure so eventually his grips will break. And there we go, lift my hips up and I get the armbar. And just a quick detail I forgot to mention is that I like to thread my leg in between his arms so I can kick his far side arm. That way it gives me a little bit of extra strength rather than just going bicep versus bicep. I get to use my legs as well as my arms to outpower his grip strength. Every little bit of added strength really helps me, being a smaller person and a female. So I always try to use those little details to my advantage. So we are restarting again. He is passing my guard as I'm playing guard. And as you see, I am just trying to gather as many grips as possible. It's always important to try to focus on maintaining 4 points of contact at all times when playing guard. So with my inverted de la Riva, I roll underneath him and push that far side ankle grip all the way up so I am able to stand on my feet, and now I am passing his guard. So now I am trying to get close enough to him so I can kind of squat down and do my long step pass. So there it is, rainbow kick as far away as possible and try to run to side control or north-south. I ended up in side control here. Knee on belly right away because you guys know I do not like keeping my body weight on top of people because otherwise they will push me off of them and end up getting some kind of sweep. So from knee on belly, I ended up alternating my legs and doing a knee on high chest area, back to knee on belly, just because he was starting to hip escape, so I was just trying to maintain my control. And right away, I throw a lapel over his head in order to rotate to the other side and get a lapel choke. However, he was able to get onto his shoulder and kind of face away, so I couldn't get the entirety of the lapel choke, so I was trying to bring his body back down flat. That way I could apply my knee on his neck to make the choke a little worse and end up getting the submission via lapel choke. And right away he is dropping his weight, which is very good on his part because I'm trying to do a single leg X in order to get a straight ankle lock. And when he's applying his weight forward like that, I'm not able to elongate my body away from him, so I won't be able to get the ankle lock. So as you see, I'm really focusing on my legs, trying to extend his body away from me, which I end up doing. So I am going to now try to belly down for that ankle lock to try to get that full extension so he really feels it. So he has his grip on my collar, which isn't allowing me to put my hips all the way down to the floor. So once again, very good job on Logan's part because that is preventing me from getting what I truly want. So I am going to actually start kicking kind of his shoulder chest area to break that grip so I can now belly down and get the straight ankle lock. So once again, we are restarting. I'm playing guard, trying to get my grips deep in that lapel. Logan sits back to play guard. So now I am passing. And right away, I'm looking for a knee slice. So I am going to angle my knee out and drag my leg across his in order to rotate to north-south. And I am going to be looking to attack those arms right away, but first maintaining my position. So as you see, I am trying to keep my head glued to his hips. That ensures him from being able to throw his legs over and taking my back or anything like that. I tend to do that to a lot of people. It depends if you have a flexible guard or not. So I always think about it since I do it to people. And now I am attacking that arm. As you see, I'm stepping over the head. I actually am going for the Kimura here, but I'm also looking for an inverted triangle. So whatever he gives me first is what I'm going to go for. And as I go for the Kimura, he grabs a hold of his belt, so it prevents me from completing the Kimura. So you can see that I'm trying to rotate my body the opposite way first, because once I break that grip, then I can push it to the other side and actually complete the Kimura. But his grip is so tight here and his belt is loose, so I physically just can't break the grip. So I have to resort to plan B and just allow him to maintain the grip and actually rotate his belt while I'm holding the Kimura to get his arm behind his back. And then I end up completing the submission. Oh my god, guys, side note, look at Bobby be agile. You go, Bobby. Agility king. I'm sorry, that was just too good to ignore. Anyway, that concludes our video for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate everyone who likes and comments below because I truly do like seeing what you guys have to say about these roles and what you would like to see in the future. So don't forget to tap that like and subscribe button so you guys can see more videos just like this. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and I'll see you on the mats next week. Bye guys!